In the following, we will present version 1 of the Xkit demonstrator. Let's start with the scenario. Imagine there's a company that operates a farm management information system and provides it as a software as a service solution to farmers. Farmers can use the FMIS to manage and store their field-related data. Information about soil moisture or other soil properties is helpful for farmers as those insights enable a more efficient cultivation of their farmland. The FMIS provider wants to enrich its service offering by providing farmers with insights regarding the soil moisture of their fields. But neither the FMIS provider nor the farmer have the data yet or are interested in measuring them on their own. Let's assume there is another company, the soil measurement service provider, that is specialized on gathering soil information and can easily provide soil moisture information. For example, they might use hyperspectral imaging and can derive soil information from satellite or drone images. They might want to monetize their capabilities and sell such data, but they are having a hard time to find customers and implement the data exchange. Or they might hesitate to share their data with other companies at all, as they fear that their data might be used for undesired purposes or recipients shared with other companies without consent or appropriate compensation. This is where Dataspaces might come into play and could enable new opportunities. The FMIS provider is interested in soil information. The soil measurement service provider is willing to share soil information under certain conditions. A dataspace might provide them with an adequate vehicle to find each other and collaborate in a secure and trustful way. In the following, we will present more details on how such a scenario might be realized with currently available dataspace technologies. Specifically, we will focus on the sovity Community Edition EDC connector version 4.2.1. which is a ready-to-use connector implementation based on Eclipse Dataspace Components. We will briefly introduce our technical environment, that is, the testbed we created, and then have a look in detail how the soil moisture data asset can be discovered and consumed by the FMIS company. To explore the scenario and technologies, we created a small testbed at IESE. The FMIS provider and the SMS provider are participants of the dataspace. They both are operating an instance of the sovity Community Edition EDC connector on their premises to participate in the dataspace. Additionally, the FMIS provider is operating its FMIS and the SMS provider is operating its soil measurement service, SMS for short. Let's start our walkthrough with the FMIS. Farmers can access the FMIS through its user interface. Farmers sign in to the system using their personal account. The farmers will see their respective fields in a map view and can select one to see more details about it. In case there is soil moisture data available for that field, farmers will see a list of dated soil moisture data records. Farmers can select a record and the data will be visualized as a heat map. In this example, there's already some old soil moisture data available in the system, but there's no more recent data available yet. Maybe we can find some interesting data offers in the data space. In our demonstration, we focus on the perspective of data consumers and how they can find and consume data. Therefore, we assume that the SMS provider already offers data in the data space. The process to discover and consume the offered soil moisture data in the dataspace is threefold. Step 1. Discovering the data offer. Step 2. Negotiating a contract to consume the data. Step 3. Transfer of the data. In the following, we will explain those three steps in more detail. Step 1. Discovering the data offer. The FMIS provider is interested in soil moisture data for a certain region. For example, Kaiserslautern, Germany. To discover relevant data offers in the dataspace, an employee of the FMIS provider uses the user interface of their connector to browse the catalog. The discovered offers are displayed in the connector UI and the employee can find the soil moisture data offered by SMS. The employee can click on the entry to see more details about the offer, for example descriptions and policies. The data offer has been discovered. Step 2. Negotiating a contract to consume the data. In the details view of the offer, the employee can initiate a contract negotiation process via a simple click. The FMIS connector reaches out to the SMS connector and they automatically conduct the contract negotiation process. Currently, there is no feature implemented to negotiate about the conditions. Data consumers, the FMIS, and data providers, the SMS, automatically agree on the conditions listed in the offer, that is, the conditions or policies that the data provider specified when they offered the data. Once the automated contract negotiation process is done, there is a contract agreement established between the two parties. The employee of the FMIS provider can find that contract agreement in the contract section of their connector UI. The employee can click on the entry to see more details about it, for example, the policies. The contract negotiation succeeded. Step 3. Requesting a data transfer. Based on the contract agreement, a data transfer can be requested. In the details view of the contract, the employee can initiate the data transfer process via a simple click. Once the employee clicks on the button to initiate the data transfer process, the UI presents a form to enter details about the data sink. That is, where the data should be transferred to. The employee provides the required details, for example the data sink HTTP endpoint address and the API key header to authorize the requests. Upon submission of the form, the FMIS connector will reach out to the SMS connector to request the data transfer and the SMS connector sends the data to the FMIS provider's data sink. The data transfer completes within a couple of seconds. Data transfer completed. New soil moisture data is available in the FMIS and can be displayed. This is how soil moisture data offered by Dataspace participants, in this example the SMS company, has been discovered by another Dataspace participant, in this case the FMIS company, how they negotiated a contract for consuming the soil moisture data, and how the soil moisture data was finally transferred from the providing party to the consuming party. The FMIS company can use the data to offer its customers, for example the farmers, more comprehensive services, and the SMS company found a way to share their data under certain conditions in a secure and trustful way.